Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to record your own vocal samples without Splice, without Arcade, without any of that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys my process and how I record my own vocals. This is definitely a game changer, at least it was for me for my samples. I still use Splice and Arcade here and there, but so let's go ahead and get straight into this one. So quick disclaimer, you don't really need to know how to sing like that well. Obviously it's gonna help if you can sing a little bit, but as long as you're getting somewhat close to these notes and like you're hitting some type of, at least you're close to these type of notes, you know what I mean? Auto-tune will help you out, and at the end of the day it's gonna sound perfectly fine. So I'm gonna play this sample. I made this one with my boy Sanaki. I'm gonna play this sample so you guys can hear my vocals that I recorded in it. So as you guys can hear, it sounds amazing, right? At least I think it sounds pretty good. So the first thing I'm going to mention is that, as you guys can see, I have vocals stacked. I've been doing this a lot recently, and it kind of just makes everything sound a lot bigger and full. I love harmonizing vocals and like hitting different notes. And if you're really struggling with this, what I like to do, I'll pull up a piano like FL Keys or something like that, right? And I'll just play notes. Like the melody I hear, right? Starts like this, and then I'll slowly stack notes on top of it. Hear how it sounds. You're just harmonizing the melody, and then you record this first part. You can mute these notes, just go like this, mute these notes. You record the first part, and then you mute these notes and unmute the other ones and record the second part, so you know what notes to hit and you can actually do like vocal harmony. I have 3 or 4 mixer channels that I'm using, and I'm panning one to the right, one to the left, one not so much to the left but still to the left, and then one far right. But I'm gonna take off all the effects on these. This is what the vocals sound like just raw by itself. So it doesn't even sound that bad. I'm somewhat getting close to hitting the notes, but if you're not, don't worry. What you can do, say like one part of it is off, right? Like I did it right here, as you can see. So I made this unique. You can manually pitch it like this. See how that's off? Just this first part. Pitch it down to where you want, right? Let me put this all on stretch originally. But then what I like to do, as you guys saw, was on Stretch Pro. So I'll put it on Stretch Pro. And what this is pretty much doing, I put it down 400 cents. You can try this out. It's kind of trial and error. But this is essentially just format shifting the vocal. It's kind of the same shit as just Alter Boy. It's just a format shifter. It's just making my voice sound deeper without changing the notes. Like listen to how much deeper it sounds. And this sounds really good on like R&B loops. So the effects that I put on here to make it sound like this instead, I just put auto tune, as you guys can see. Depending on how well like you're actually hitting the notes, you can adjust the retune speed. If you're not hitting the notes that well and you can tell that you need more auto tune because the notes are just off, put the retune speed up a little bit. I like to go around like 20 and then put the humanize all the way up so it doesn't sound too auto tune-ish. That's what I found for me, but just trial and error, like mess around with it. This right here is one of my favorite thing I like to put on my vocals. It's literally just a room reverb, which just makes like vocal sound like it's in a room. But I really like this one because, as you can see, it has this high cut right here, and it's kind of just taking out like unwanted highs without like having to actually EQ it, even though I did EQ. I put the decay down. I think it usually is at like 2 or something like that, and then I put the mix down to like 80%, and then I got an EQ, really just cutting out lows. You can copy this EQ, but it's gonna be, you have to understand that it's gonna be different for each vocal that you're doing, because certain vocals are hitting certain notes, certain frequencies, so it just depends on like your vocal. I would just go in there manually and like tame the frequencies that you're trying to cut out. And yeah, they all sound like this together. And then I layered like one more vocal right here just for variation. So yeah, that's pretty much how I record my vocal samples. But really just don't try to overthink it at the end of the day. Just try to have good melody like ideas that you can do. You can always do the melody like I showed you guys on FL Keys. You can start the melody there and then just record your vocals and just try to get like somewhat close to the notes. Like I already said, you don't have to be exactly perfect. The auto-tune will help you out. You can use the stretch feature I showed you. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of it. If you guys want a part 2 for this video, let me know. Drop in the comments down below. But yeah, I hope this video helped you guys out. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace.